Imagine stepping outside on a clear night and looking up, not at a dark sky, but at a brilliant, shimmering arch stretching from horizon to horizon. Instead of stars, a glowing band dominates the heavens Earth, crowned with rings like Saturn. This celestial highway of ice and rock would outshine the moon, transforming our nights into a perpetual silvery twilight. The familiar darkness would vanish, replaced by a luminous spectacle visible from every continent. The moon would sometimes slip behind the rings, its light briefly dimmed, while stars peek through gaps in the structure. Children would grow up drawing houses beneath a glowing arch. Lovers would meet under the soft ring light. Our sense of beauty and scale would be forever changed. The rings would become a new North Star, a guidepost and a unifying wonder for all humanity. We would learn the names of the gaps and marvel at the patterns, just as ancient sailors once learned the constellations. The universe would feel closer, more intimate, a cosmic masterpiece above our heads. This vision isn't just fantasy, it's a thought experiment grounded in physics. The rings would be a ribbon of countless icy particles, each reflecting sunlight and illuminating our world in ways we can barely imagine. Our relationship with the night would be transformed, our myths and stories rewritten. We would live beneath a work of cosmic art, a planet with its own natural crown. This simple addition would forever alter our story, from ancient legends to modern science. It all begins with one question: what if Earth had rings? To picture Earth's rings, we look to Saturn. Its rings are not solid, but billions of icy fragments, from dust specks to house-sized boulders, orbiting in a thin, flat disk. Saturn's rings stretch for hundreds of thousands of kilometers, yet are only about 10 meters thick, thinner than a sheet of paper, scaled up. The leading theory: a moon or comet strayed too close, torn apart by gravity, its remains forming the rings. Earth's rings would likely have a similar violent origin. They'd orbit just above our atmosphere, governed by the same mechanics that keep our moon in place. The inner edge would race faster than the outer, creating intricate patterns and gaps, shaped by the moon's gravity. The rings would be dynamic, constantly shifting as micrometeoroids bombard the particles and the moon sculpts their edges. Ripples and waves would move through the rings, a cosmic dance visible from the ground. Scientists would study this ever-changing system, using it as a natural laboratory to unlock secrets of planetary formation. The rings would not be static. They'd evolve, erode, and reveal the invisible forces shaping our universe. Our own backyard would become a window into the workings of the cosmos. The anatomy of Earth's rings would be a marvel of both beauty and science. Now, imagine standing on the equator at noon. Overhead, a razor-thin line of light, the edge of the rings, slices across the sky. For those in the tropics, this ring line would be a permanent celestial equator. Move north or south, and the rings become a majestic arch, wider and brighter than any rainbow, glowing day and night. In cities like Paris or Tokyo, the arch would rise from horizon to horizon, a luminous bridge across the sky. At night, the rings would outshine the stars, turning darkness into a permanent aurora. The view would shift with the seasons. In summer, the rings would blaze with sunlight. In winter, they'd become a dark band, shadowing the stars. Near the poles, the rings would appear as a low, shimmering wall, like a distant, glowing mountain range. During long polar nights, this wall would cast a faint, ethereal light over icy landscapes. Every culture would have a unique relationship with the rings, shaped by latitude and season. The rings would unify us, yet offer a different spectacle to every corner of the globe. Our sense of place would be redefined by this ever-present celestial feature. The rings would become part of our daily lives, influencing art, tradition, and imagination. No two views would be exactly alike, but the wonder would be universal. The rings would belong to everyone, seen differently by all. Our world would be reimagined under this shared cosmic arch. The rings wouldn't just be beautiful, they'd transform the rhythm of light and shadow on Earth. Twice a day, the ring shadow, a wide, diffuse band, would sweep across the planet, dimming daylight like a vast moving cloud. Shadows would multiply by day, the sun's sharp outline; by night, the ring's soft, elongated glow. Objects would cast multiple shadows, creating a complex tapestry of light and darkness. The night sky would be forever changed. The ring's brilliance would wash out faint stars, making stargazing a challenge. Astronomers would shift their focus, studying the intricate gaps and ripples in the rings instead of distant galaxies. Eclipses would become more frequent and complex, as the moon and rings cast and receive shadows in new, dramatic ways. The moon would regularly dim as it passed behind the ring's shadow, while the rings themselves would be eclipsed by Earth's shadow each night. These nightly events would reveal our planet's shape and size in spectacular fashion. The interplay of light and shadow would become a daily spectacle, reshaping our experience of the sky. Our window to the universe would be transformed, but the rings themselves would become the new focus of wonder. The sky would be remade, familiar, yet forever changed. Light and darkness would dance in ways we've never seen before. The rings would do more than dazzle, they'd reshape Earth's climate. The ring shadow, passing over the tropics daily, would cool the equator, reducing the region's intense heat. This cooling would ripple across the globe, softening the temperature gradient between equator and poles. Winds and ocean currents would slow, altering weather patterns and redistributing heat. Winters in mid-latitudes might become milder, summers less intense. The engine of our climate would be retuned, changing the very feel of the seasons. In summer, the ring's illuminated side would add extra light to our nights. In winter, the dark underside would block starlight, making nights feel even longer. Agriculture would adapt. Tropical crops like coffee might struggle, while mid-latitude regions could see longer growing seasons. Plants would need to evolve to handle the daily dimming from the ring shadow. Farmers would seek new crops and techniques to thrive in this altered rhythm of light. The psychological impact of shifting light and shadow would be profound, changing how we mark time and celebrate the seasons. Our ability to feed ourselves would depend on adaptation and innovation. The rings would force us to rethink our relationship with the sun, the seasons, and the land. Earth's climate and our lives would be forever changed by the shadow of the rings. Life on Earth would be transformed by the ring's constant glow. Nocturnal animals would lose their cover, forcing predators and prey to adapt. Some might become twilight active, blurring the line between night and day. Daytime creatures could extend their activity, filling forests with life deep into the night. Ecosystems would recalibrate, creating new niches and behaviors. Plants would face less sunlight in the tropics, evolving to be more efficient or to use the faint ring light for extra energy. Humans too would change. Less sunlight could mean vitamin D deficiencies, and brighter nights might disrupt our sleep cycles. We'd adapt with new diets, supplements, and technology. Blackout curtains might become essential. The rings would challenge every living thing to find a new balance. Life under the arch would be a story of adaptation and resilience. The rings would become the heart of our myths, religions, and art. Ancient peoples might see them as a bridge to the heavens, or a divine serpent encircling the world. Temples and monuments would align with the rings, capturing their glow in sacred rituals. Artists, musicians, and poets would draw endless inspiration from the shifting colors and patterns overhead. The rings would be a universal symbol of beauty and home, woven into every culture's identity. Science would be revolutionized. Astronomy would focus on the ring's dynamics, and new observatories would map every gap and ripple. Technology would adapt. Launching satellites would require navigating a gauntlet of debris, spurring innovation in space travel. The rings would drive new industries, from ring-gazing tourism to high-altitude flights for close-up views. Hotels and cities would be designed to showcase the spectacle. The rings would be both a scientific challenge and an economic engine, shaping our civilization in ways we can only imagine. Our culture would be forever forged by the light of the rings. Living on a ringed planet would reshape our identity. We'd be the people of the ringed Earth. The rings, visible to all, could foster a sense of global unity, making borders seem smaller beneath their arch. They'd remind us of our shared home, inspiring awe and humility. The challenges, climate, debris, adaptation, would push us to innovate and cooperate. The rings would fuel our curiosity, driving us to explore space and understand our place in the cosmos. From art to science, every aspect of life would be touched by this celestial crown. The rings would teach us about beauty, change, and unity. We would forever see ourselves as the privileged inhabitants of the